Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of racing here at the MidWeek League. And of course, we have a great one for you tonight, round 2 of Season 7 here at Brands Hatch. And we shall go straight to a little bit of a great walk, and we're going to start out with our pole sitter, Daniel Solan, that goes from himself to Pierce, Krasnov, Artemenko, Moffat, Smoka, Hutchinson, Leitner, Vulcans, then of course Paulito Tempera, Berko, Popov, and then Ashtakova, Handy, Picano, Peyton coaches Loman Starkey, Laura Hill, Marsh, and Furlancito, Takun, Scott Cameron, Timo Vantana, Andy Purcell, Pascalito Reinhardt, we just saw him there. And then, of course, to finish things up, Polito Alex, Brodkin, Guedes, Pires, Tori, Loranta, Michin, and Tommy Byrne. Newest addition to the championship. Here you see all of the cars, and I think it's time to take a quick look at what Brands Hatch is all about. This turn 1, really tricky down the hill right-hander. Of course, the hairpin, very tricky as well as all British tracks. They're narrow, they're tough to race on. Here we go on the bottom band. Here you see it. Going up the hill. In this case, we're racing the GP circuit, so we're not going to go for the easy layout. Straight down the hill into the second and third sector. The right hand, this one, careful with the off tracks. We continue through the Dingledale, and just a couple corners remaining. The left hand of Sterling's, and of course the last one. There you see it. That will lead us to the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get rolling. So put your seatbelts on, because we are going to have a banger. Who's here in the chat with me? Come on. Say hello. Let me see you all ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Formation lap on its way. It will be time for us to go on the green. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back with all of you at once. The formation lap is over. I'll see you in just a few short moments. Well, there you see, formation lap is over. And it is time for us to get a moving. Daniel Solon is going to be the one to launch things off. And here you see the red lights turn green. Let's get rolling. With Solon having a great start, Nathan Pierce keeping close, careful with the start number one. We've said it many times, very dangerous and tricky. And there you see at the back is one car out. That is Toby Toddy. Pandemonium happening. That is Renee Cautious out on the hairpin. Oh my God, a couple more spins. What is going on? That's exactly what you could have hoped for. This beginning of the race, that's what happens in British tracks. It always goes like this. It's a shame to see so many cars out of position, and another incident has happened. What was that? The rejoin. Oh, more like the relaunch. Woo! Domino is what we're playing. Oof. That certainly is something. I do not want to see. Let's quickly go a little further on top with Daniel Moffat, who's right now fighting with Kevin Smoka. Smoka showing up as an AM, certainly not an AM in my eyes. Really fast. This guy knows what he's doing. Definitely does know. There you see a good exit. Solon still leads from Pearson Artemenko with Nick Bookhans. He was talking shit at me before. So let's see if he's going to behave himself now on track as he's battling with Elias Leitner. I would really like to see what Nix can do. That's a great exit out of the Dingledale. Sterlings is the one in front. The exit is again good, and Nix might be looking forward to a maneuver. Can he do it though? Let's find out. Great stuff, as you can see. Leitner not leaving a tiny single bit of space. Bookhans goes for the dive on the inside line. It's dead on side by side between both. My Lord, Leitner nearly losing the rear. And in the hairpin, it is going to be the Ferrari going forward. Smoka has dropped the P5 to Daniel Moffat. Still plenty of time to fight at 56 minutes, 30 seconds. There's a long, long time for drivers to find their pace. And we have had an incident. I think it is Laura Hill. What has happened? Too much reliability on the AstroTurf. Tap the grass. The difference in height between the two, and unfortunately the spin, that Mercedes looks a little shunt at the front. And what's happened here? Jevon Artemenko has had a big spin out of the Dingledale. Thankfully, he manages to recover it quickly. He's going to be able to carry it on through. Go back with Kevin Smoka. He's putting the pressure back on Daniel Moffat. We were talking about this fight before. And I'm sure this one ain't going to stop for the whole remainder of the race, or maybe it does, because Kevin Smoka Goes really wide on the hairpin. He's going to drop a lot of pace there. Let's check a little further down with Vladimir Popov. You got to love yourself some Popov. Right now battling with Sebastian Picano. But a very good performance on the 6 hour that we had last weekend. Popov with a good exit out of the south bend. Let's see, because Henry Handy is also caught up to Mick Bergov. Be a very interesting battle. I tell you, Henry Handy, I think has been one of the most reliable drivers last season. I do not expect anything different from him in this very tough race at Brands Hatch. 31 degrees on track, and here we have a trade-off again. Artemenko goes through Krasnov. Krasnov is gonna try to bring it back, but now he needs to watch his back because the BMW is right there. This ongoing fight is certainly gonna help Kevin Smoka catch back up to the group. It was a 1.5 on the line. It's now just a second between Moffat and Smoka. We have some more fights. Look at this. Paulito Alex Bacalao trying to catch an Andy Purcell. Behind him is Craig Starkey and Andrea Furlan. Oof, that's good. That's a good line indeed. And Pascal Reinhardt is the man on the back of this train of drivers. What's happened to Sergey? Sergey has had a little bit of a boo-boo. Are we going to have access to it? Yes, we have. It's a big, big save. He drops down to 6th, but keeps the car intact, which is, I think, the most important thing of all. Let's move quickly with the battle for P10. Picano, Tempera, Popa, Berkov, Hanny, and Jasper Lohmann. As you can see, Vladimir Popov is showing great pace and resilience so far. Toby Tori is off the track. As our lovely spotter tells us, it is the pit window opening. What's happened to Paulito Tempera? Oh no! Punt on the rear. And Paulo had nothing to do on that game to see him drop down so far down. He was battling for P10 and now he finds himself on 24th position. Not good at all for him. Here you see our leader, Daniel Solan, who is starting to open up a gap to Nathan Pierce. It is 2 seconds already. So Nathan needs to catch up, needs to push a little harder, because if he goes, there's no way anybody's going to catch him. Jasper Lohmann, what's happened to him? Oh, another victim of the Dingle Dell. It has been such a tough corner for most drivers. The elevation change, plus how much you need to take off the curb, is certainly going to put you at risk for a spin to happen. That is another victim of the right-hander that starts the 3rd sector. Here you see Craig Starkey catching on Andrea Furlan. Andrea defending nicely. Pascal Reinhardt leading the pack. Toby Tody, the poor man, cannot catch a break. Another spin. Ricardito Pires being overtaken by Rene Koches, who has moved up to 26th, but has he done that for long? So weird to see, and Rene Koches this far down. Ricardo Pires on the inside, Lan Bacalao lifting a little too much, I think, and Rene Koches should be able to finish the move as we go down the hill into the right-hander. Second sector time. Yes, Cautious is through. Let's move with Krasnov, who had that big slide on the rear on Dingledale. He's catching back up to Kevin Smoka. We're going to have a little bit of reference. Top 2 driving 23 mid. The rest of drivers on the 24 and 25s. Okay, with a great hairpin. Actually needs to tap the brake because he nearly went on Kevin Smoka's rear. Oof. Bottom man not looking as good as he would have hoped for. And the south bend is a little better. Crossing gaps opening, and Rene Coach is already in the pit lane. Can we see if he has any sort of damage, or has he retired the car? We do not have the information yet. I'm sure we'll get it soon. We move forward with James Payton on P21, battling with Starkey for a top 20 position. Starkey right now has a little bit of breathing room, half a second is the gap between both. And what's happened here? Pascalito Reinhardt off the track, being overtaken by both Purcell and Andrea Forlana. Val needs to be careful. Dingledale, we've already seen, has taken many victims already. And there could surely be one more to the list. That was a great exit out of Sterling's, and he might be looking forward to making a move here. Unfortunately, the exit is not going to be what he expected, and that ain't going to work as yet. There you see Kevin Smoka back on it with Moffat and Artemenko. Artemenko, unfortunately. Oh, Smoka! I think he hit the exit curve a little too hard. Let's see. Yes, he touched the grass. The bump after the curve, and unfortunately Smoka dropping down to 8th. And Gurley has a little bit of damage. That was a big hit on the front right. Incredibly, it doesn't seem like he has steering damage. And we have another car spun around. That is Tommy Byrne, we just saw at the exit of Sterling's. Here you have Pascalito Reinhardt, and behind him a great battle between Starkey and Andy Purcell. Good save. Has he managed to put it through? Put it to Alex. Oh my God, look at this. Paulo wants to go left. Nope, goes on the grass, tries to save it. Overcorrection and on the wall. Woof, that fight got close. Andy Purcell forcing the side by side through the Dingle Bell. I certainly do not recommend that, especially being how deadly it has been so far in this last 15 minutes of racing. Purcell wants to make a move on Jasper Lohmann. The coach, by the way, is back, which is good to see. Never giving up. That's what we love. Let's head on with Mark Brockman. Here you have him at 29, trying to catch him to Clareton. This is a battle we saw at the beginning of the race, and it still continues. Oh, Brockman, that's a good line. Great exit. So stable. That is exactly how you want it done. Exactly like that. So we move on. Back with Kevin Smoka, who doesn't seem like he has too much damage because he's keeping himself on the fray. And he's about to embark himself in a great fight with Michael Hutchinson. Looking forward to see what the McLaren driver can do 45 on the clock. And I'd like to check if Sebastian Picano is getting near this battle. As you can see, Lightner, oh my God, Picano. You could see Boca having an issue. Picano trying to avoid it, goes too much on the power, the rear slides, and the front of the BMW is absolutely destroyed. Gillimay's steering is still straight, but that's going to have to be a pit stop. And another incident, Sergey Krasnov spinning on the dingle nail, and Kevin Smoka. The same exact incident. So many drivers, look at them. They're still waiting. Drivers really need to calm it down. They're driving a little too hard. Krasnov taking the opportunity to try and rejoin. He's going to manage to do so in just a few short seconds. Here he goes. Back on track. Really incident heavy race so far. There you see Moffat trying to catch to Jeven Artemenko. The battle has been going on for the last 10 minutes, but still, both of them running pretty close pace. The fastest man on track right now, Nathan Pierce, but he's 4.5 behind Daniel Solon, the man who leads the pro and the overall standings, both of them. For the AM is Nick Vukans, who we haven't seen too much because he has had a pretty uneventful ride, leading the Pro AM from Hutchinson and Berkov. And we used to have Kevin Smolka leading the AM, but this time around it is Scott Cameron, the one who has the W for the moment being. Still needs 43 minutes to cement it. Mick Berkov is on his tail. The Scott Cameron want to fight this too much. Seeing how incident heavy this race has been so far, I don't know if fighting is the smartest option. We've talked about it endlessly. British tracks are narrow, very low chances of overtaking, and if an overtake is going to happen, both drivers have to agree on it, because if they don't, you know, the ship is heading south. Hutchinson with a great right-hander entering the third sector as we speak. That's a little too much curve on the verge of going on the grass. Let's see if Dingledale is going to be any better. Yes, it is. Nick Bucans with a mistake. They're going to go side by side. Looks like Buchanan is going to get a good exit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Hutchinson should have the upper hand at least through the corner. Buchan's trying to stay on the battle now. Looks forward to a switcheroo, but not gonna find it. Hutchinson moves up into fifth. 41 to go. Plenty of fights happening on track. Let's go now with Paulito Tempera. Dive on Purcell. That wasn't even a question. The problem is he compromised the exits a little bit. Can Purcell bring it back? We're about to find out. Nearly side by side, but at the end he's gonna have to give it up. Then Pera was up into 20th. I'm sure he's not too happy about it, considering that he was way higher, but the incidents has brought him this far down. We'll see what these two are on about. They could maybe help one another to catch the rest of the field. Scott Cameron and Mick Berghoff. There you see, great fighting going on. The gap a little bigger now. Quickly check on our leader, Daniel Solon, who has already opened 4.8, nearly 5-second gap. And this is going to be very important, as you can see. Solon represented with a triangle because he is the man leading the race as we speak. Whoa, what's happened? Why, what? That was very weird. I don't know why. It suddenly changed the driver, but Daniel Solon right now free of traffic. Once the pit stop start coming, he's gonna have to be wary of the dangers of lapping drivers. We know the blue flag doesn't mandatorily oblige the driver to move out of the way. Just gonna force the defense. There you see Mark Brodkin catching up to Ricardito Pires and Osiel Oranta. 3 drivers battling for the P25 spot. 3 positions ahead is Paulito Alex and Andy Purcell, who has caught up to him. And Pera starting to fly away. Paulito Alex wants to find a move. That's a great line. Very stable on the exit for the Porsche. That is as good as it can get, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. But James Payton, who has Starkey on his sides, will he find a move? Well, with that exiting wide, not just yet. Down for the hairpin, as you can see, the BMW looking very consistent, really stable. And I think that is one of the biggest keys of racing in British tracks. It's not about lapping the fastest. It's better to lap just a little under, but be consistent and most importantly, safe. Keep the car on its 4 wheels stuck to the ground, because we've seen it. Go a millimeter too much on the grass and you're going for a rodeo. Let's check on with Reinhardt and Johnny Marsh, having a great battle for P14. Pascal done a great race so far. He started 27th up into 15th. Man who has gained the most positions is Artem Sakun, who's from P10. He has gained 13 spots so far in just 23 minutes. Reinhardt with a very good exit. I think is going to have the position gained already. Johnny Marsh, I don't think wants to force a side-by-side through turn number 1, which is very smart. Get the better exit and try to bring it on the hairpin. That is exactly how you do it. But Pascal knew he was going to try it. He closes the door. And the battle continues. Kevin Smoker coming like a rocket. He hasn't pitted yet. Remember, he does have damage. Unfortunately for him, he's had a couple of big incidents. Oof, and that might have been another one. Let's move quickly with Buchans and Hutchinson. These two have been battling all race long. We saw the turnaround for Hutchinson to move to P5. And now Nix is trying to put enough pressure for Hutchinson to succumb to position. The exit is good from both. And I don't think we're going to get any moves happening in the near future. Pretty clean. Look at this. Kevin Smoker making it through Reinhardt. Reinhardt with a very bad exit, and then that could compromise him if he does a really bad exit as well here on the last one. It's looking good. Great recovery. And Marsh, Starkey, and Payton waiting for a mistake to happen. 5 minutes away from halfway point, and I think this could be a good time to start thinking about strategies. Only 5 drivers who have already pitted, and that would be the last 5, as you can see. Right besides the car number, there is a little flag. If it's green, the driver has served the mandatory pit stop. If it's orange with a number, in this case 1, they still are remaining to do their stop. That's a great exit from Botans. He's keeping himself close to Hutchinson, let's be honest. With the pace they're having, the 25 low, they need to start speeding up a little bit because Leitner, Popov are coming half a second faster than them per lap. That's a lot. Both of them putting 25 dead now. They have realized they're being caught on the back. So let's see how they handle the pressure. Look at this. We're talking about Leitner and Popov. And they are there already. Popov 24.9. God, 24.6. The lap before. Great exit from Vladimir, who wants to keep up the pressure. Great battles. That line from Leitner, not what he was hoping for. Let's quickly check with Kevin Smolkop because the pack is still alive. It's Reinhardt, Marsh, Starkey, and Payton, who haven't switched positions at all. There you see the overspeed of the Aston Martin of Pascal Reinhardt, showing the nose, but definitely not going to have a chance. Oh my God, a millimeter away from a contact between these two, and now Johnny Marsh was trying to look for an inside line on the Dingle-Dell. As we've made sure to let you know, do not do that. Do not do that at all. Payton at the back of this packet. Look at this. Starkey and Payton themselves are going to decide to come in. We'll see. Something is happening here. Andy Purcell has had a little bit of an issue. Will he decide to come in? Nope. We'll stay out still. Let's move with Mick Burdikoff then. Takun. Seriously, what a race. P10 after starting 23rd. Really good stuff against one of the pros, so we expected something like that to happen. Didn't have the best qualifying ever. There you see Barkov in the pressure. I quickly want to go with our leader. As if you see on the track map, slowly but surely, traffic is going to start piling up. We'll see what Daniel thinks strategy-wise, because maybe he's looking forward to an earlier pit stop than usual. I think right now he has plenty of space to manage the race without any issues whatsoever. 7 seconds ahead of Nathan Pierce, who holds P2. And 11 seconds behind him, there's the fight for the last spot at the podium. It's Yevhen Artemenko and Daniel Moffat, who is trying to keep up with the Ukrainian, but he's not managing to do so. Berkov has come into the pit lane. Leitner and Popov are back at it. Popov is seriously showing up some great pace. Definitely a deserving spot on the pro category. We know this dude is fast, and we really know this dude has what it takes to be on the top with the best of the best. And you see, giving a little bit of space here on Dingledale. And I was going to be able to recover that gap safely. Traffic still in the way. There is a car completely spun around, and that is Sergey Krasnov again on the dingle down. One more. Unfortunately for Sergey, the race is not going to plan. Not at all. What a horrible race he is having, unfortunately for him. It's a shame to see, but that is racing. Sometimes you win, and sometimes luck is not on your side. Here you see Laura Hill, who has been shy, but she's starting to make some position up. She lost a couple, then she came back to the position she started at, which is P20. There you see Laura Hill with a great exit. She might be able to do something on Paulito Alex, who had a very funny rear again on turn number 1. Laura on the inside line, and this move should be done. Laura moves up to 19th, and we need to go quickly with Moffat and Artemenko. By the way, Daniel Solon, fastest lap, 23.885. My God. Daniel is on fire. What's happened, Nick McCanns? Looks like going too fast on turnings. Yes, indeed. Full spin. And unfortunately, he's going to drop the order massively. And I think a pit stop could be a good chance. Oh, my Lord, the rear. Don't answer! Nick McCanns blocking the pit entry. He's actually going to come out. I don't think that's a good idea at all. What a shame. He was having a wonderful race, and everything has gone down the drain. Laura Hill has made up 2 positions thanks to more pit stops. The rear of the Mercedes wanting to go for a little spin. Renee Cautious, unfortunately, another victim of the Dingledale. That is number 23 on that corner. Laura Hill back on her ways. Paulito Alex feeling the pressure. Let's check on Nick McCanns. I don't even know how he's still out there. I really think. Yeah, look at the car. Look at the car. Look at the car. It's an undroppable mess. Big hit on the front. Surely some steering damage. And there you see. Out on the gravel. Dix has to come in with immediate effect. Laura Hill has managed to go through Paulito Alex, but there is contact between himself and one of the Ferraris who was lapping, going on the inside late dive. Laura did not see the car coming, made the turn either way, and Paulito's back on 16th. Hard racing from a lot of people. Unfortunately, the race not being as clean as he wanted it to be. Here's Laura. And up into the south bend. But now she has damages. She needs to be careful. Look at this. Daniel Moffat is going to come into the pit lane, one of the first in the top 10 to do so. Let's see if anybody's going to follow him. 25:45 on the clock. Plenty of time remaining. Let's quickly catch on with Curtin Hill and Alex. This has rapidly become a 3 people fight. The gentleman 180. Mauricio Tempera has followed Moffat in the pit lane. He's already moving. Should be clear on exits. Might not be. He's gonna have to strap a rocket up his ass. Because look where Daniel Solon is. Of course, with the lap being so short, a pit stop is nearly a full lap. We go back with Laura and Paulito. Paulito with a great line. Porsche making sure. Doing some good work. Purcell and Payne, and also trading positions back and forth. There you see Payton going to stay behind for the moment being. And I think Laura maybe wants to make a move. Remember, these two haven't pitted. It'd be a good opportunity to do so. Scott Cameron and Jasper Lohman have decided to do so. And let's see if any of these two are going to do it as well. Nope. Neither. What's happened here, Mark Brodkin? I smell another victim. That is Daniel Solon. Whoa! Brodkin with the launch of the year, the low team. Gee, that was too much, brother. Let's catch on with the leader with Daniel Solon. Nearly 9 seconds ahead of Nathan Pierce, who's holding second. Arretemenko on a third is a direct competition. Daniel Moffat did pit. We'll see when the Ukrainian decides to do so. Looking forward to see how that goes. Then Hutchinson and Lechner for the top 5. Here we see Hill and Paulito Alex still battling things out. But with no clear winning, and here we see a momentary trade-off. Like a replay, because it looked like there was contact. Battle very late breaking. Whoa, Payton. Another low T. 10-10, the launch of the year. And here we see a man that has been so unfortunate this race. Sebastian Picano. Nothing has worked out for him this evening. There you see Laura wants to go on the inside. Paulito trying to keep his position up. The Porsche, of course, very agile through the corners. He's going to try to bring it back on the bottom band. Side by side action. Paulito Alex is going to push Laura off the track. Oh, Laura loses it again where she lost it last time. Puts Paulito on the back, and she continues going. Paulito, I'm sure, not happy with how everything went there. Paolo's winning for everybody. That is the thing to do. And back on his ways he goes. Let's check on the leader again. I want to see if it's going to pit this lap, considering that he has 3 cars in the next 5 seconds. Would be a good chance. Oh, fantastic lines, dude. This guy. Seriously. When you see Daniel Solon driving, it's spotless. Everything he does is just up to perfection. He is actually going to stay out. But you know what? I'm going to leave you with one full lap of Mr. Daniel Solon. Please enjoy, as you certainly will. Look at that. It's just, whew. Dude, he is miles ahead of the competition. Without Christian Mola here, I think we have gotten ourselves a new dominator in Daniel Solon. He doesn't miss a beat. But Scott Reinhardt in the pit lane. We still have 14 drivers remaining. We come in the pit lane. He is going to stay out for one more round here. You see Berkov and Daniel Moffat battling for P12. But as you can see, Moffat is flying away. No props at all. Want to check this fight. Look at this. It's Starkey, Payton, and Purcell at the front. Starkey going a little too wide. And Renee Kocius is starting to catch up as well. Woo! Look at how close Starkey. God, that's close. There you see Kocius on his tail. Again, another man that didn't have any luck tonight. We know how good Renee is, but Brands Hatch hasn't been his ally at all. 18 minutes to go. There you see Bobo and Loman. Oh, look at how close they are. Lovely indeed. Nice lines from both. Nathan Pierce is going to come in the pit lane. He's already moving out. He might end up ahead of Elias Light 9. Indeed, he manages to do so. As you see, that Pierce clearly has an advantage. Of course, Lackner remaining to pit. Loranta and Alex are the two at the back who are also remaining to do so. Here you see Bolivia fighting with Reinhardt. Here you see Loranta, who's going to stay out still 9 minutes for the pit window to conclude. Of course, if you pit after it, you get 130 seconds of a penalty, which translates this case to nearly 2 laps. Popov wanted to go on the inside, and Loman covers it nicely. There you see Lomas pulling away. Moffat already catching on Thibaut Gerten. I don't know if this is a fight he wants to battle. But of course, if he loses too much time behind him, that ain't gonna be good. That was close. Tebow comes in, and Moffat has certainly lost a lot of time, and this could cost him the P3. Keep in mind that Artemenko is still out. Nicely done there from Artemenko. Really come in. Solon is still staying out. Gavin is in the last corner, so then we'll find out what he's going to do. He's staying out one more. Hutchinson, I suppose, will follow the leaders. Yes, indeed, going to do so. Nathan Pierce, the one who has already served it. And the guys behind Elias also on the same strategy. Look at Artem Sakon. Seriously, what a race so far. What a race so far. He started 23rd. Andreita Furlan, we haven't talked about him, also on a great strategy for 24th. So look at how close these two are to one another. Bukans is coming to pit lane. Let's check quickly with Vladimir Popov. He's back on a Lomas tail. You see the nose of the Ferrari, and this time around he might look in for the inside line. The line through the corner is good, and maybe he can commit to a late dive. Yes, he can, but Jasper Loma ain't gonna give it away so easily. Oh, millimeters again. How haven't they touched? I don't know. That is miraculous. Seriously. This is Smoker making a move on Polito Alex. 12:40 on the clock. And I think he's going to go for one more because he doesn't have a lot of traffic in front, just one car. There you have him. Let's see if Artemenko and Hutchinson still have the same idea. Looks like Artemenko's gonna come in. Careful, very tricky entry. Mashing the brakes, Hutchinson gonna follow Artemenko. Pierce is gonna reclaim his spot at P2. Latina, Handy, Darkun are still yet to approach that pit entry line, but they're gonna stay out. Solon on his way still. I think he might have 2 more laps to pit. On the second one, it is gonna be mandatory for him to go in if he doesn't want a big penalty. Look at the track map quickly. He shouldn't have any issues right now. He has such a lead. And not just a lead. No traffic in front. And certainly not traffic on the back. Then if he pitted right now, he would come out clean as a whistle. But he's keeping himself out. There you see Popov! My God, again! Look at him! How wasn't there contact there? That is crazy. How has he managed to keep it alive? I don't even know. Bukans making a move on Johnny Marsh. Next victim is Carl Reinhardt. Here you see Popov and Loman, and you know what? We're quickly going to take a look at the timetable for you to see that right now Solon leads the pro category. Hutchinson is going to lead the pro AM because Andreita Fulana has to pit. For the AM, it is Pascal Reinhardt, the one who's taking the cake. Only 10 more minutes to go. Oh, Ciel Oranta speeding in the pit lane. Big one. And Shirley's going to let everybody by. No need to fight because your race is over with that penalty. That is a race killer. If I ever seen one. Here you see Sakun. Sakun has missed his pit box. And Andreita Furlan is already moving. That could cost him the position. Is Sakun moving? Yes, he is. Wow, that was close. A little too close to comfort. And Daniel Solon, as you could see in the back, has running the pit lane. So now there shall be Lightning and Henry Handy following because they are not going to have time to complete another lap. Pit stops will be over. And Daniel Moffat has lost a ton of pitting early. He seriously has lost so much because right now he's not going to be in the fight for P3, and let's be fair with ourselves, not even going to be in the fight for P4. Henry Handy coming in. Well, Artem Sakun, what a race. Same goes for Andreita Furlan. Seriously, these two on a real effort. Sakun started 23rd. He gained 14 positions. Jasper Lohmann started 18, and he's right now on 11th. And Andreita Furlan started 22nd, and he is in 10th. Wow. The Pro AMs are really showing up after a very tough qualifying session. Oh, Popov again. I swear I've never seen Popov be this aggressive, and again, nearly making contact with Jasper Lohmann side by side through turn number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ferrari might have this one done. The pit window is closed. Paulito Tempera. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but that's going to be a big ass penalty. And he's actually going to retire. That was horrendous. Jesus. Side by side action between Smoke and Marsh, but that side by side is more than done already. Here's his own leads. Pierce second. Arretemenko on a third, and Hutchinson on fourth. Latin fifth. Moffat has lost another position. It hasn't gone well for him, and this is a big problem for Daniel Solon. This is the worst he could have hoped for, being in the midst of all traffic. The good thing for him is that he only has one more car to go through, and then it's going to be a sweet drive till the end. You see Solana looking for an inside line. James Payton tapping the grass on Sterling entry, and of course grass on the exit. That is spin guaranteed. With Kevin Smonka, who's right now battling for the lead of the AM. For a second, it looked like Pascal had everything covered, but Smonka not giving up. With the big incidents he had, he's still in the battle, and he might be onwards to a class victory. Can he do it? He's looking for the line, the switcheroo. It's his best option right now, but definitely They'll go side by side of the Dingledale. That's where Gavin Smoker had the 2 incidents. As you can see, he knows it. Gonna wait behind. And now with Pascal making a mistake, it is a freebie. Mocha leads the amateur class. 5 minutes to go. Let's go a little bit with Nathan Pierce because we haven't given him any TV time. He deserves some. Let's see how he does through the beginning of lap 39 for him. As you can see, clean as a whistle. Nothing out of the ordinary for Nathan Pierce, who has done a great race overall. And if I'm not mistaken, we are going to have 3 more laps under our belt. Here you see Daniel Solana about to finish a lap. It's 3:18, so yes, they're going to have 3 more. Let's go on the 5 for P20. It's Laura Hale, Craig Starkey, and Sebastian Picano starting to climb up the ladder. A little late, but still. It's never too late. There you see him. Oh, Starkey is off the track because Sebastian broke a little too late. And Paulito Alex! Whoa! Paulito! Look at this! Hello, teammate. How you doing? Hey, pal, just checking on you. Look at them. The best buddies. There you go. Look at that. Even winning. Ay, Starkey. Ay, Starkey. That's hilarious. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. The shame for Starkey because he was doing so well. Johnny Marsh still trying to get Pascal Reinhardt. 2 minutes to go. 2 more laps. And what's happening? I'll see Loranta. Tap on the grass. Overcorrection. And ba. That's how it usually goes. I think you are the 37th victim. Of course, repeated offenders. Here at the Dingledale. I think the UK government might have a speed trap installed so you don't go too fast through there. Pop-up. Furlancito. Furlan tap on the grass. As I said before, the elevation change. He manages to salvage it. An incredible effort there. And we are on the final lap of the race. Wow. Good save there from Andreita. And lots of love. Grande Andreita, grande Stefanito. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is coming to an end. Slowly but surely. Darko was trying to catch him. Henry Handy still 2 seconds behind. There you see Johnny Marsh. Pascal Reinhardt. Side by side. Johnny is going to try to play the switcheroo card. Unfortunately, the rear is going to play him big time. And here we go. Last lap of the race has been started by Daniel Stolana. Ethan Pierce, as we said, second. Artemenko in third. Hutchinson, what a performance from the Pro AM driver, who has made good use of his time and gotten himself in such a great position. Fourth overall, lead of the class. What else could you ask for? 40 seconds away for Daniel Solon to get the W. What a perfect race from him. Not a single mistake from the leader. Exceptional the work this driver has been putting on for the last hour of racing. You can clearly see it is done, and Daniel Solon is going to cross the line and then get the W at round 2 of season 7 of the Midweek League. He wins it all. Fantastic effort, and Solon nails it once again. Nathan Pierce with a very solid second position. The last spot on the podium is going to belong to Yevhen Artemenko. There you have him. Artemenko just a couple corners away. And Hutchinson is going to win for the Pro AM class. Mocha has won it for the amateurs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it for us tonight. Thank you very much to each and every single one of you for coming by and enjoying the broadcast. Here you see Hutchinson getting the victory on the class. I'm sure he's super happy. Look at him flashing the lights. He's the main man. Moffat tried his best to make it through, but Lightning's going to take the P5. The rest of the drivers come through. Handy and Berkov 7 and 8, Sakurno 9, Popov on 10. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming here once again, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Good night.